Hey, this is Josh Nelson with Plumbing and HVAC SEO, and I'm excited that you're registered for the upcoming webinar on how you can triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. And I just wanted to share a quick training with you. One of the most common concerns or apprehensions I get from other plumbing or HVAC business owners that are either looking to grow their business or even just considering attending this webinar is they've tried internet marketing in the past, they've invested with some other folks, and it didn't work out the way they expected. They spent some money, they didn't get the result, and they started to believe that internet marketing doesn't work for plumbing and HVAC companies. And I just want to share one of the companies that we've had the opportunity to work with is Hull Plumbing out of Oklahoma City. And Rich Hull from Hull Plumbing started his company back in 1988. And he tried a lot of things to get his business off the ground. He invested in the Yellow Pages. He tried Yodel. They came in and sold him a pay-per-click management strategy. And he even went so far as to try and hire somebody he can control. So he found the local kid next door, kind of a nerdy kid, to help set up a website for him and do some SEO. And it seemed like no matter what he did, he wound up with a failed proposition. Wasn't ranking on Google for the keywords like Oklahoma City plumber, Oklahoma City plumbing, Oklahoma City emergency plumber. Wasn't getting very many calls, and his business was kind of stagnant. It wasn't growing. And his exact words were, I spent a lot of money on what I call stupid money, trying to find the right company or the right strategy with virtually nothing to show for it. So Richard Hull had a very similar experience to you if you're thinking that maybe this internet marketing stuff just doesn't quite work. And the reality was, it was a failed strategy. All of these different companies and all these different approaches took internet marketing in a silo. So they were either just setting up a basic website, or they were just putting it on yp.com, or they were just running pay-per-click advertising, and they didn't have the right internet marketing strategy. So what is the right internet marketing strategy? That's exactly what we're going to be covering on the webinar that's coming up, but just a snapshot so you can kind of get an idea what to expect and what we're going to be drilling down on. Well, you have to get your online marketing strategy right, and it has to cover Google Maps, has to cover link building, has to cover SEO, and then start to look at paid advertising and paid channels like yp.com and Angie's List. The website has to be built correctly for search engines. It has to be built correctly for optimization, for conversion, right? So that somebody sees the website, is compelled to choose you versus the competition and pick up the phone. And if your strategy doesn't have a conversion component to it, then it's going to fail and it's not going to produce the result that you want. And so these are some of the things we're going to be covering on the webinar. You definitely don't want to miss it. But what was the result for Hull once he got past some of these failed situations and got through that to the other side? Well, if you look right now for Oklahoma City plumber, Oklahoma City plumbing, you'll see he's the number one listing for Oklahoma City plumber, Oklahoma City plumbing, Oklahoma City water heater repair, and probably about 50 or 60 other keywords right in that Oklahoma City market. But more important than just ranking well, the traffic to his website has taken a huge move in the positive direction. If you look at this chart, it's showing Google Analytics, just kind of indicating how many people got to his website. And you can see it went from 0 to over 1,000 visitors over that period of time, which is pretty drastic. But even more important than that, his business, and this is a direct quote from Rich Hull at Hull Plumbing, he says that over the last 2 years, his revenues have doubled from $450,000 to over $1.1 million, and he's grown from 5 guys to 13 guys. So these results speak for themselves. If you get your internet marketing strategy right, your business will grow, your revenues will grow, and you'll have a lot more fun doing what you're doing. And again, I just wanted to give you a primer as to what you can expect on the webinar. This is one of the case studies I'm not actually even going to be covering. I'm going to be sharing other ones like Shamrock Plumbing, the Plumbing Doctor, and Schuler Services, and showing you exactly how they implemented some of these same strategies to double, triple, and 10x in one case their sales by getting their internet marketing right. Now, the webinar is not going to be you sit and listen and don't accomplish anything type webinar. It's going to be a workshop-based webinar. I've sent you a link to this worksheet that I want you to print out and have ready for the webinar that really is going to guide our conversation and help you come up with a clear plan of action from the moment the webinar ends. What do you need to do? What changes do you need to make? What strategies do you need to implement to get your internet marketing right. So I'm really excited about seeing you on the webinar. This is one you don't want to miss. If you have any questions or concerns or you'd like to talk with me leading up to the webinar, feel free to give us a call directly at 866-610-4647. But I'll look forward to seeing you on the webinar and helping you take your company to the next level. Talk to you soon.